Shalom, first and foremost, I like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostle elders, a great millstone who rule well. And salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's the brother Shati from the Chicago camp coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sit down. And as you can see here, this was on May 25th. So it's not that long ago. Maybe about what? Because today is the first, something like that. And it says JP Morgan backs Bitcoin to rise 28% and says cryptocurrencies are now its preferred alternative asset. Now, see, here it is. You have Jamie Dimon and all these big time financial institutions say, "Oh no, we're not into that Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies or any of that stuff. That's not good." But then now you're hearing that they're buying it, or, well, we did some investigation and some research and we figured this might not be a bad thing. So we started collecting it a couple of years ago. And you see, this is all one big move to further collect resources in the hands of a few. Because you got a lot of people that are invested, or they at least use cryptocurrency to benefit themselves. And these big time financial institutions realize that they can't fully move forward until they, I guess, they shake the faint hearted out of the crypto market. Because you have so many people who have invested so much money in this, and now with the market dropping, they're like, man, I done did all of this and now it's not doing anything. Well, you know what? I'm out. And you got a lot of people that are moving out of cryptocurrency, but the thing is, that only benefits people like JP Morgan. Because guess what? Now, since Bitcoin has gone from like 60 some thousand to half its price and then a little bit below, now you got all these big $1 billion institutions and people who own these big $1 billion businesses going in and buying up Bitcoin and all these other cryptocurrencies on the low. And see, once folks start seeing that all these big time billionaires have been getting on it, that all these movie stars have been getting on it, all these singers and performers and big time influential people, once the common man, the retail people, start seeing that, oh, these big time influencers have been buying this the whole time, well, now I got to get in. And see, that's going to pump the price up. And guess what? As usual, the guys on the top, the big time billionaires, the corporations, the hedge funds, all these guys are going to cash out at a certain time, drop it again, and then they're going to do the same thing, just like you might have seen not too long ago with Terra Luna, if you keep up with stuff like that. Okay. And like I said, this is just one big shakeout that ultimately is going to benefit the rich. Very few people that stayed the course, and the majority of the people who put their hard earned money into it and then eventually gave up hope. All right. And it's a cruel tool because in the economy like this, folks have to work very hard for their money. And the little money that they do have left to spend, to try to create some type of extra income, not even to become rich, but just to be able to maybe buy a car so things will be easier for transportation, or be able to get a house with this hyperinflation that's going on. You take that away from them and they feel that their whole life is ruined. That's why we're going to go to Ecclesiasticus 34 and 21. It says, the bread of the needy is their life. He that defraudeth him thereof is a man of blood. All right. Now, of course, the scriptures are manifold. You can definitely apply this spiritually as the bread being this truth for the needy, which is us, the Israelites, because this is our heritage. But in this sense, we can use it for money. Okay. And it says, he that taketh away his neighbor's living slayeth him. And slay means to kill. And it says that he that defraudeth the laborer of his hire is a blood shedder. All right. And see, this is all a big plan by the elites to shake out as many people as they possibly can. Because they don't want the common man having money where they can make moves on their own. They want everybody to be hooked into the central bank digital currencies where they'll be enslaved for life. I mean, ultimately, when everything goes digital, you'll be enslaved because, they got to put the G5480 out. Okay. So this is all still part of the plan. But the thing is, they're just trying to shake as many low level people out the game as possible. All right. And the reason why they're doing this is because they want the control. They want the control. And all of these are good. All of these are good. Ecclesiasticus, sometimes referred to as Sirach 14 and 3. It says, riches are not comely for a niggard. And comely usually means like, good looking, like appeasing to the eye as far as, looks and beauty. So riches are not a beautiful thing for a niggard. And a niggard is someone who's stingy. And who's stingy? These elites. They're selfish. They don't want to share the wealth. They're trying to make sure that they corner every aspect of the market where anybody can make some type of money. These elites are trying to capitalize on every aspect of it. That's why real estate has gone up like 25. In some other places, real estate has gone up like 35%. All right, because they're trying to squeeze as many people out as possible. And they'll have all the resources, just like cryptocurrency, just like the housing foreclosure. And was it 2008, 2009? They dropped the market. Folks lost their homes. All these big time bankers and real estate companies bought the homes dirt cheap. Price went back up. Now they sold it for 3, 4, 5 times the value. Okay. And it says, and what should an envious man do with money? We already know what an envious man's doing with money. He's taking it all for himself. Continuing to put on this hyperinflation, bailouts to infinity, 0% interest rates. all for more power and control. And it says, a wicked eye envieth his bread, and he is a niggard at his table. He's always seeing what he can do to make more money, more money, more money. It reminds me of that one scripture where it says, and we're going to get back to that as well, where it says, I think it's sleep and stumble or fall. It's in Proverbs. No, it's in Psalms. It's in Psalms. Sorry about that. Because it talks about how they lose sleep lest they consider some they make somebody fall. They put it on pause and find it real quick. All right, I had it right the first time. It's Proverbs 4:16. It says, "For they sleep not, except they have done mischief." All right, and this is mischief when you defraud people of a way of living, of a way that they can create extra money so they can have the bare necessities. Okay, as the scripture talks about how they're both, I believe, in Ecclesiasticus, but one starts off as the principal thing and the one starts off as the chief thing, but they mean the same. They go on to recite the same thing, how the principal thing or the chief thing in man's life is food, water, clothing, shelter, honey, oil, iron, the blood of the grape. Like, these are the necessities of man. Okay, but you got, as the scriptures say, these niggards, these stingy, envious men at the top. You got these guys formulating all types of rules and wicked devices and strategies to continue to oppress the people, while at the same time they get filthy rich. And it says, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. As I said before, their whole mission is total control and power. And the more people that they can shake out this crypto market, the better, because that means more resources for them and more people that they can put on these central bank digital currencies. All right. And we're going to go to Ecclesiastes. I think that was 34:10. And no, I think, what was that? Was it 34 or 32? 31. 31, and we'll start at 23. It says, "Whoso is liberal of his meat, men shall speak well of him, and the report of his good housekeeping will be believed." Now, like he said, mostly this is talking about the truth. Okay. But a man that is liberal, a man that's, generous in giving and helping others, even in this modern world, when you have like charities and different type of, what do they call, foundations, you know the common man speaks very well of these people, because they know that with all their money and success, they could be doing a whole lot of other things other than helping people. Okay, so people usually speak very well of them. But it says in verse 24, "But against him that is a niggard of his meat, stingy with his gains, the whole city shall murmur, and the testimonies of his niggardness shall not be doubted of." And that's what you have happening right now in this entire United States. because folks are seeing that the markets once again are being manipulated and that all their hard-earned money just went down the drain. I think I saw a video with Christopher Green where he was saying with this whole Terra Luna incident that many people invested in Terra Luna, okay, and the big time hedge fund people, all these big time people bought it low, bought it at a certain price. They had supposedly had a scandal, so the price dropped. They all bought it. Price jumped up. Then other people start going in, made the price jump up even more. And then the big time people cashed out. So they made like 100% profit. Like if they invested like $1 million, they made like $100 million. And the common man was just ass out. And now you got the common man, the retail people looking at the elites like, what the hell, man? You guys have no limit on your wickedness, on the things that you're doing, which is true. These folks are not for the people. They're not even for their own kinsmen. Like the scripture says, if if a person can't be good to himself, who can he be good to? So if you got Edomites that can't even be loyal or friendly to their own kinsmen, who are the other nations, especially you Israelites? So just thought this was a good article to bring up. I hope you all were edified. Until the next time, we're going to say shalom.